Find your one fact. Put your pencils down when you have written your one fact so that I know we can move on. All right, I see you're completing your one fact, so I'm going to pause. All right, so each one of you has another fact about jellyfish that we're adding to our research. But we always want to make sure we do what when we find another fact from a different resource? We want to make sure what's my word? What's the C word?
Science.
We want to cite. In order to do that for Discovery Education, below your video, you'll see a link that says citations. Does everybody see that link?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you go ahead and click on the citations, and the first thing that comes up looks exactly like the same citation we just did from Britannica. You can copy this citation down, and it tells us that what article did we access, or what video, I'm sorry, did we access? What was the name of it? Jellyfish. We found it on what website? What's the next thing? Discovery Education. When was this video made?
2002.
2002. We found it on the web. It was updated, I think this is what that means, updated on December 6, 2017, and this is the website. What is the only thing that's missing that we had on our Britannica that's not on here? The date we watched it. So what will we put? Access on June 12, 2017. So below your facts, cite your information, please. volunteers to help me out, different from the last time, so we can use our sentence stems again for our fact. 2. You want to go again? Come on up. Do I have one more volunteer? Come on down. Our citation tells us where we got the information from, and then from the video, we found some information. So we're going to talk about according to what? Excellent. According to Discovery Education.
I found their
Gelatinous.
bodies contain nerve cells that help it recognize and respond to food.
Awesome. Now, did you know that before you started? So that came from this resource, and we told where we got that from. Great job. All right, next one. According to Discovery Education, I found awesome. Did you know that before you started research? No? Okay. Well, high five. Good job. All right, so we were able to get through 2 different resources today. Now, this is something that we're going to have to do ongoing. We're going to have to go through each one of the databases and be able to learn how to navigate them, how to find information, and most importantly, how to cite our information. But for today, we're going to close out simply by going through and doing one more small test. At the beginning, I asked you what was your favorite database, and you gave me, you said books and websites, but you couldn't be too specific because you didn't know any of the resources that we had. Well, now that we have 2 under our belt, we're actually going to answer that question again. And this time, you should be able to have a little bit more input from what we learned today. So we're going to go back to that presentation at the top that we started off with. We're going to go to the next slide. And there's 2 questions. I'm going to leave these up here, but you're going to access the Padlet at the bottom, just like we did last time, so that you are able to answer them, and the screen will pop up with your answers. The first question is, why is it important to cite your information? Now, that's something we talked about throughout our whole lesson. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to turn to each other and talk about that before we respond electronically. Why is it important to cite your information? Talk to your shoulder buddy about it. Go. You want to be here. Over again, and that should come up. It didn't come up? I guess. Go back to the other one. You were right. You don't have to delete it. You can just add another answer. Something's going on with the new Padlet, so we're just going to go back to the old one, and we can still respond there. The questions will still be up front. You can just use the other Padlet to make sure that your answer is recorded. Right there. So click back 2 slides. Click back 2 slides and access the Padlet. And you can answer the question number 1 that's up there. So I heard some good discussion points. But I want you to put it up there so that we are able to talk about that together. Why is it important to cite your information? Once you've answered the question about your citations, because I see some of you wrapping it up, the next question you want to answer is, name your favorite resource we went over and explain how that resource makes research easy for you. Some people may like to read more than they like to watch videos. I prefer to read my information. So if I like to read, I could go on Britannica and read about my research topic. On the other hand, some people find it is easier to watch videos, they're visual learners, and listen to the information. So in that case, what was the other one called? The other resource we went over? Discovery Education would make it easier for you. So, name your favorite resource we went over and explain how that resource makes research easy for you. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Y'all are doing a great job. Once you're done, you may log out, and I will share these responses with Ms. Holloway so that she's able in your next class to go over these resources with you and possibly use them to help you along with your research until you visit the library again. I love how detailed your response is. Yours as well, very detailed. Y'all are doing a great job. Once you log off, you may line up and Ms. Holloway will take you back to the classroom.